Hello, 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 and welcome to another episode of the Crazy Town Podcast. My name is Jonas. I'm your host, and I'm here with
TNT Dynamite, the explosive one, Jonas. TNT DINOM.
I was ready to do it. You started talking about our YouTube.
I was gonna say you were the man on the sticks, and then I was like, who's on the sticks?
That would be an awkward thing to show on video if I'm sitting on a stick, dude.
Oh, dude, this is one of your on the sticks, dude.
Oh, I'm not riding the stick. I'm sitting on it. I'm the man on it.
No, Jonas.
How are you doing today, TNT Dynamite?
I'm fine.
We had a week off. I was venturing into the homeland.
Yeah, Jonas returned to his native land.
The roots of Cleveland, Ohio, and the surrounding countryside leading to PA.
Did you actually step foot in Cleveland?
I did.
Okay.
Yeah. I went to a Browns game, a preseason game. I went to Indians game. Yeah, for sure. So
A baseball, football adventure.
woo!
You were
And I went
doing
to a metal show in Cleveland too.
Oh, you know Obituary is supposed to be playing.
Oh, bitch! Wow.
Do you want to go see Obituary?
In Austin?
Yeah.
Sure. I don't care. That'd be awesome. I'd go see it, dude, for sure.
Hell yeah, dude.
All
I
right.
think it's like $30 a ticket. But
Okay,
well,
that's cool.
anyway,
Anyways, thank you for joining us. Whether you're watching us live on twitch.tv/CrazyTown Media Live, you're watching this replay of our pretty faces on our YouTube channel under Crazy Town Media, or you're just listening to the audio only like some savages in 2017 on Spotify and iTunes or any other podcast provider. We're on them all.
Was Spotify out in 2017?
Dude, that was a year and a half ago.
Okay. Well, you know what? Now you just made me feel stupid. Is that what you want to do?
No, dude. No. I was going to say something else, but I didn't say it.
I'm glad.
All right, man. What do you got? You got some good stuff today?
Yeah, I got a few things. Some shit. Oh, yeah.
We can say shit.
Some shit that didn't happen that happened like a week ago, but we got to talk about it.
Didn't happen? Is that like facts over truth?
No.
Or truth over facts? Or whatever?
Oh, yeah, get ready to get misinformed.
Yeah, misinformed.
Some shit that happened like over a week ago, but we haven't talked about it, and I feel like we need to talk about it because every other podcast has.
Oh, all right, dude. Well, we better be like everyone else because that makes us unique. Just like every other faction.
Hey, look, it helped their views. Maybe it'll help ours.
Oh, dude, we'll get 3 then.
It's not about chasing uniqueness. It's about looking at pragmatics and numbers.
Dude,
doing
I
some
will
research.
I will do all the numbers. All right, man, you get rolling. You want to do this rock, paper, scissors? Remember.
1, 2, 3, go. And you're always going to throw paper, so I already know this, right?
Whatever, dude.
You
Get out
always
of
throw
my
paper.
neck.
You always
Get my
throw-
neck out of neck zone.
You always throw paper.
Whatever, dude.
Got him.
Boy. The last like 4 weeks you've thrown scissors.
Got him. All right, Jonas, where should I even start, man?
You know, I had a really good run. You've won like the last like 9 in a row.
Not even 9, like the last 3.
Yeah, it is cool.
Where do I start? Yeah, let's
Start
start
where
with
you want, friend.
Let's start with a palate cleanse a little bit.
Gonna cleanse the gonna cleanse the palate before you even fucking wreck it. You know I'm bringing the pain, dude. I always bring the pain.
I'm old school too. I'm using the envelope.
I got note cards, dude, just like always.
Nah, I'm back
200 for $1 at Dollar Tree, bro. Woo!
Yeah, but who got money like that?
I got the change out of the couch. Probably half yours.
It probably is. All right, so Russia.
Oh, dude, yeah, what's up?
What are you gonna say? You love Russia?
No, I didn't say a word. I started saying something.
Anyway, Russia, the world's Florida.
Tallahassee.
The Florida of Earth.
Everything's red.
Earth's Florida.
Yeah, dude. Earth.
They unveiled a new spacesuit, Jonas.
Oh, I didn't hear about this.
You didn't hear about
I have
this?
not. I've been out of the news stream. I was on vacation in the country.
Yeah, but you didn't. You were at your grandma's.
Actually, dude, I had the best internet signal I've ever had out there in my life. Usually I get 3G at her house.
Yeah.
Had a full bars, 4G LTE. I was in there looking at red tube and shit.
She red?
No, I'm joking.
Gee, no, you're not.
CNN, I meant.
He is not joking.
That was
She doesn't
not,
have
dude.
Wi-Fi still?
She doesn't even have a computer, dude.
What does that mean? She got a cell phone?
She has a flip phone that's prepaid.
Oh, she has an Obama phone.
Dude, she literally came out. She was like, I got a new phone. And like she used to have the same phone that I had in 2004 back in the because it like now it's like has a color screen and bigger buttons and it works out great for grandma. She likes it.
I'm good. I'm glad
Yeah,
your grandmother is coming
she
along.
don't text though, man.
I wouldn't either.
Yeah,
I
you don't.
blame
That's
her.
fair.
All right,
She can't
anyway.
communicate in gifts, by the way.
Anyway, Florida, Russia, the world's Florida.
Yeah, whatever.
They
you
unveiled
whichever
a new
way.
spacesuit.
Yeah, dude.
I will have to say is that I was a little bit ignorant to the fact that they still had a working space station that was Russian.
You didn't think they had one?
No, I knew that the first man in space was a Russian guy,
Okay.
but I didn't know that they had like an actual functioning space station.
Isn't it like all one thing? Isn't like all of our stations together like one?
It's the International Space
one
Station.
harmonious.
But they're like going up there, dude. And they helped a lot in getting it up there.
Yeah, dude. It's a
No,
it's a world.
look, okay. All
Conglomeration.
right, fine, Jonas. I'm the ignorant American pig dog that doesn't respect any other culture except for my own. Thank you.
I
All
didn't
right.
say it.
Anyway, they came out with new spacesuits, and these things, Jonas.
Are we taking them over? We
Oh.
adopting?
Oh, these are beautiful spacesuits.
Are they?
They're lighter. They're better for ventilation,
Are they made of
which I
paper?
don't know why you want ventilation in space.
Nah, dude, you don't.
But they're better for ventilation, and they fit nice and comfy into the seats.
Ooh,
of
they're
the,
sleek.
yeah, they're sleek.
They make you look svelte.
They're supple, but they're missing one thing.
Air tanks.
Since the first on the journey to the launch pad that the first man in space made,
Yeah.
he took a stop. He stopped off because he really had to piss. Took a piss on a tire, like a tire of the truck.
Where's this at?
This was in Russia. This was the
This
very
is in
first man.
space?
Yeah, the very first man that went into space, Yuri
Oh, okay.
Gagarin,
Okay, cool.
or Gagarin. It was Russian.
Yeah, dude, I got you.
He was on his way to the launch pad, decided to stop because he really had to piss. Stopped, took a piss on the tire of one of the vehicles on the ground, on Earth.
All right, all right, I got you. I thought he was peeing in space.
No,
That's
he's
all.
not peeing in space. This was before he launched off for
Okay.
that memorial, momentous event of the first man in space.
Right.
Every launch that has ever taken place in Russia since then,
They've all peed.
they've
on the tire.
all peed on a tire for good luck before they went out into space.
That's kind of weird.
These new
Same
space
tire?
No, I don't know if it's the same tire. Like they just kept the tire.
Yeah, same,
out.
it's all rusty.
Ew. So women don't have to necessarily do it, but a lot of them bring vials or like cups of
They
piss.
pee in a cup and then
Yeah,
toss it on.
dude, it's-
All right,
it's a-
cool. There's
it's a
ceremonial piss.
Exactly. It's a Russian tradition.
Hey, man, they
These
do
new
whatever.
spacesuits, Jonas, they don't have a fly.
Dude, so they
There's
got
no zipper.
So what they got to do? Cut it?
So those astronauts are pissed.
Literally. Woo! I caught the oop and I boom, Shaquille O'Neal.
Yeah, but I just thought it was interesting that I really got into it because they started talking about
Pissing, and you're all into that.
No, well, they started talking about the International Space Station, and they have a ship that goes up there called the Soyuz.
Yeah.
And it's been in use since the 60s. So eventually they're going to be phasing out this space station and replacing it with one called the Federation.
Okay.
And like they're in active mode to like getting these ships moving
Okay.
back and forth and replacing
They
the
got
space
numerous
station.
space stations.
Yeah, it's like their space station, man. They got a space station.
Dude,
It's called the Soyuz space station.
can I go?
I don't know. Problem. You speak Russian?
I'll learn to go to space for free.
Yeah, but look it up, man. It's the so-called M prototype spacesuit. This thing is like the Yeezys of spacesuits.
Does it have gold trim?
That would be great. Big old Supreme across the front.
It just says Yeezy. Just says right over the heart. Just says yay.
With an Ed Hardy tiger on like the...
Ed Hardy Tiger.
I wanna see
They got
it.
3 stripes Adidas down the side.
Legs
Yeah.
like the jumpsuits.
Yeah.
See?
Russians love that shit, man.
Yeah.
Puma, there's a Puma tiger on it too. They got like the cross brand.
Big Jordan symbol across the map.
Oh, it's one of those symbols that looks like you can't see in, but you
Yeah.
can see out. It's all the speckled shit. It's just Jordan.
They should,
Jordan dunking on something.
they should have us design this issue.
I would do it, man.
Russia, hit me up. I
Yeah.
mean, wait, you know what? On second thought, Russia, don't hit me
I'll
up.
say, you want Putin calling you, dude?
Maybe.
What's he want?
I don't know. He's got more money than me in Russian dollars, that's for sure.
Yeah, what are they? Rubles?
Rupees? Drachmi?
This is not Assassin's Creed.
All right, then I don't know.
All right, man. So, I always bring the downer stories.
I already figured, Jonas.
So, everybody knows that the world's being taken over by machines.
Yeah.
So, there's we have a couple new systems out there, and Elon Musk is working on one, and the Zuck is working on one. Brain-reading machines.
Yeah, we were talking about the Neuralink.
Yeah.
I was talking about this with you.
Exactly. The Elon, whatever.
Elon.
I know you hate it when I call him that. They will put a thread in your brain.
Yeah.
And then they hope that one day it can allow you to control your smartphone.
It's like it was like 16 or 32 electrodes or some shit that they put on each side of your brain, and
it's just like putting a worm in your ear. It calls in.
I did do some research on that Neuralink, but I'm interested in what.
Getting hooked up?
I would. Hell yeah, dude.
Zuckerberg's, because he's the most trustworthy person on the planet.
I would.
He would never do anything to harm anybody's data or privacy.
No, Jonas, look. Look.
What, dude?
Facebook is a company. I'm sure if somebody came up to Zuck and was like, hey, yo, we just about to leak all these people's shit. I'm not think he's like, yes.
I do.
Leak their information.
He's like, I can't compute because I've been taken over. Water, water, water. You saw him try to drink water at Congress, dude. He ain't human.
Wow. Jesus Christ, man.
Hey, man, bringing the hot takes today, dude.
You die on that ledge. Me and Zuck. Hey, look, Zuck, you come to holler at me about your social media presence.
Just kidding. We can start Crazy Town Book, and everyone goes there and
yeah. Well, when Dynamite and Zuck are riding away in a car made of money.
All right. Well, his stuff, they developed an algorithm that can decode words from brain activity in real time.
Oh, I like this. This will help out the handicaps.
Well, here's the problem. A neuroethicist named Marcelo Inca says that this is bad. The brain is the last frontier of privacy, folks. And there is... What are you laughing at?
Okay, go on.
Okay,
it's bad.
I was kidding. What did I say the other day? Gotta take a shit.
Gotta take a shit.
Anyways,
so blunt.
There's no laws to regulate this.
Yeah.
And so, like, all these breaking things, new technologies that are, like, groundbreaking
technological
there's
discoveries.
Yeah, there's like no precedent. There's no law. So like I just read today that there's like the 6th vape-related illness death.
Yeah, man.
And like
that shit's
it's another industry, dude, that like they're like before you even get a chance to like be like, "Oh, this could be bad," people are already 100% bought it.
Yeah, man. That shit is freaking wild, yo.
Yeah, so we'll talk about that in a second, but
you got that too?
No, I don't. We can just touch base on it. No. So basically what this guy's worried about is the commercialization of brain data, the same way they've commercialized our public social media data. He says there should be 4 rights. What, dude?
Nothing, man.
All right.
Let's keep it up.
The right to cognitive liberty.
Yeah.
Whether you choose to use... You gonna crinkle them pretzels the rest of the podcast?
Nobody hears the crinkling pretzels.
Dude, these mics are sensitive. So,
nobody hears
the right to use the neurotechnology or not, the right to mental privacy, the right to seclude your brain data, the right to mental integrity, the right to not be harmed by Neurotech, and the right to psychological continuity. Jesus. To protect your sense of self.
Yeah.
So he's saying that we should try to get these, it's basically like the neuroscience Bill of Rights.
I mean, yeah, I could see that.
Just to get them in now, because...
It makes sense, because as new technologies come along, we're going to start accessing different parts of ourselves.
Right.
Nobody's ever thought about taking the brain And like, I mean, well, it's been thought of.
Right,
It's
right,
been done in practice to
Right,
a
right.
certain extent, but never to this extent. So
Right. Well, look at facial recognition. It's gotten so
Exactly.
far so fast. Now we're behind the 8 ball on the
Yeah.
legislation of it.
But honestly, that shit shouldn't be legal.
Facial recognition.
Yeah.
The same thing. They shouldn't be able to sell your brain data, dude.
Well, there's a danger of that. Well, I feel like the technology itself was made in an altruistic kind of ideal or platform, because it's just like, hey, yo, these people that can't talk, like mute people,
Right.
people who have been in tragic accidents
Right.
and don't have a voice anymore. Like, imagine if this shit was around when what's his name?
Stephen Hawking.
Yeah, dude.
I'm glad for all those
Only
for
if
those of
you're
you who
watching.
didn't see it, about the 16-minute
Stop.
mark of the video, you should see.
But anyway, but yeah, like imagine if this shit was around when he was alive, and how much, like, just the communication barrier would have been broken down to the fact.
He had a computer.
I know, but it would have been better.
Oh, okay, I got you.
Because he had to like do stuff with
Okay,
it.
do stuff.
Yeah,
I got you. I feel you on that.
Never, Jonas.
But anyways, yeah, like I
I'm
think
that
it's just
guy.
I just think we're behind the 8 ball on all of this stuff, because like, you know, all of a sudden there's like they're illegally using facial recognition to do shit, and like they're gonna be like, your brain is the last privacy you got, man. You can think anything you want. Think it. My mother used to tell me when I was a child. I used to have a bad mouth, dude, and I would mouth off, and my mother would be like, after she'd hit me, she'd be like. Just kidding. She didn't hit me.
She totally hit him.
But she was like, think it, don't say it. And I was like, oh my God, that's so right. And I would think the nastiest shit. I could be like, oh, you mother, you know, like I can't go to my friend's house. I just wanted, and I didn't get hit. Because I was like, in my head, I was like, oh, smiling, like, oh, this is great. And then just like, in my head, I'm like, Incredible Hulk.
I think that's kind of just like a part of like coming of age in society, though, because oh my God, I think some stuff about you motherfudgers out there.
Yeah, right, dude.
Not you watching, but
imagine
you
if, like,
other motherfudgers.
But imagine like if you were like married and like you could see your wife's thoughts. I wouldn't want to know that shit, man.
What was the movie where like before a person did a crime?
Oh, it's the Minority Report. I was
Minority
actually going to
Report.
ask you if you remember that movie.
Yeah, that's where it's
They're
going,
like,
man.
we saw in your thoughts that you were going to do a crime, so we arrested you.
Yeah, dude, that's crazy. But on the same note, like, don't do a crime.
Yeah, right. I don't think about committing crimes, I guess. So,
But, yeah, I don't know.
well, dude, because imagine this. Imagine you're laying in bed with your wife, and she's like,
I'm not married.
well, right. Say you were married, and you're laying in bed with your wife.
You were
And you're
married.
like, damn, that girl at work is hot. I wonder what she'd be like in bed. She's like, what you thinking about? And you're like, The Simpsons. And she's like, no, you're not. You're thinking about fucking that hot girl at work.
But see, the way you're talking about is like we have like this hive mind, like we're the frickin' Borg. Like where if one extremity of the hive mind thinks of something, we all like, what are you thinking about, Daniel? We all can see your thoughts.
Call back. Oh,
But
shit.
yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. It's crazy, man. World's take. You know me and Singularity and computers taking over. That's my jam.
Yeah. Yeah. It's gonna happen, man.
Yeah, I feel you. We probably won't even be dead when it happens.
Nah, we'll be long dead before it gets out of
Speaking of
control.
what, today on Reddit, I saw a post, and it said, here is my picture of my character from the new Tomb Raider movie. And I looked, and it was like a picture of Arnold, like his poster for the new Tomb Raider. And I'm like, why is this motherfucker? It was Arnold's fucking account on Reddit. He posted it himself.
Good for him.
I was like, oh, shit, that's funny. And everybody's in the comments like, they're like, oh, my God, I love you so much.
Did you just make a motion of like people?
People were
Okay,
filleting him, dude,
it's-
verbally.
It's cool, Jonas. You know,
Dude, it's been a while.
you are a character, sir. Jonas,
Yeah, what happened?
did you hear about the Popeye's chicken sandwich, Jonas?
Oh, my God, yeah, I did.
Did you have one?
I haven't eaten Popeyes in a long
That's
time.
not what I asked.
I know.
All right. And so you didn't have the sandwich.
I did not.
I did not have the sandwich. And honestly, if you were one of the lucky few that did have the sandwich, I don't know what the thing tastes like, but apparently it's amazing.
Well, I mean,
That seems to be the general consensus.
Popeye's chicken's pretty damn good, dude. I gave up because I ate it twice in Austin. Both times it tasted like shit. So I'm like, I just don't need to ever go there again. I'll go there to get biscuits, but that's it.
Popeyes or KFC, Jonas? Go.
Popeyes.
Really?
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
not the one in Austin, though. The one in Austin's trash. Well, the one down the street, that's trash, dude. Don't ever go there.
Well, I won't. But I might for the chicken sandwich.
Yeah, I would like one. You go pick me up one.
They got sold out. That's the whole point.
Forever.
Here. So the Popeye's chicken sandwich, it was all over social media.
I did see that.
Social media, the podcast streamers, even even the news media was reporting on this sandwich. It was so big. It started with a tweet that Popeyes was advertising their sandwich on Twitter, and Chick-fil-A hit them with our sandwich was the original.
Chick-fil-A sandwich is pretty fucking good though.
And Popeyes hit them with a y'all good. Which is just like a little bit. You know what, Joe? I kind of want to talk on this about these big major conglomerates and these companies having a Twitter page and then acting like it's just like one person just like taking jabs at other.
Oh, dude, the Wendy's one started that shit.
I know.
Dude, it's great.
It is. It really is. I love it. It's funny.
It's really cool. And it was funny because they'll interact with like celebrities and like all sorts of shit. Like they'll just and they're always taking jabs, dude.
They're always snarky.
Yeah, dude. It's like they're a goddamn 17-year-old boy sitting there. But, I'll tell you what, John Cena.
But on the same note, man, they are terrible companies that probably take advantage of millions of people.
Oh, yeah, dude. And slave labor.
Not to mention they're feeding us poison.
Oh, dude. It might as well just be cat food. They're shoving in our face.
This podcast brought to you by Domino's.
Dude, I had Domino's for the first time. Like, I've been making pizzas at home.
Oh, no.
And, like, it was like I was in our hometown, which is very desolate. Yeah. And it was late. I went to Melt in the afternoon, ate a giant sandwich, and it was like 19 hours later, and I finally got hungry, and I was like, oh, God, the only thing open is Domino's or Taco Bell, and I was drunk, so I couldn't drive there. They don't have Grubhub because our town is trash.
They don't have Uber Eats.
Actually, they do have Grubhub. They just started in like 3 restaurants.
Wait, so they have Grubhub? They do have Uber Eats?
I don't know.
DoorDash?
Well, no, I was staying with one of my good friends, and he was like, dude, we finally got Grubhub. And I was like,
oh, man.
And I'm like, I've been eating Grubhub. I mean, what? I forget these things aren't pliable.
Yeah.
Like, dude, I can't imagine trying to catch an Uber in our hometown. Like, a meth head's going to show up and fucking rob you.
That's a good point, man. I would never take an Uber out there. Are you kidding me?
Nope. Yeah, like, we live in the 10th biggest city in the country. I'm like, sweet, sign me up. Fucking our hometown, the dude would be drunk or something.
Oh, my God.
Pick us up in a fucking 79 Ford drunk.
He'd be like, I have gum, water, and meth.
Yeah, what do you need? I got the light bulb in the back.
He'd be like, oh, this is the best Uber
ever. Did you see
ever.
the guy scalping those sandwiches, by the way?
I did not. But
there was a fucking picture of these guys standing outside they're right outside the door with 2 giant bags.
Yeah.
The problem is, who wants a cold fucking sandwich?
Hey, man, you need to taste that sandwich.
But it was, dude, I would rather not eat it than eat it cold.
No, you need to taste the pickle, Jonas.
You need the crunch, dude.
The freaking pickle.
You need the crunch, man.
Pickle.
Again, no pickle, dude.
No, the pickle is a part of the sandwich, Jonas. It's what makes it good.
All right.
Whatever. That's not even the story, goddammit.
Oh, well,
that was just all lead up.
Oh, well, shit. That was a great lead up. That was a whole segment on its own.
So, anyway, Jonas, this Popeye's chicken sandwich, it sold amazingly.
Well, yeah.
And in like less than like 4 or 5 days, it was sold out.
That's awesome.
So, I introduce you to Mr. Craig Barr.
Okay.
Who is suing Popeyes for $5,000 in damages.
5,000? That's it?
That's $5,000 in damages. Why, you ask, is he suing them? Because he went to Popeyes and they didn't have the sandwich.
That's it? What about a fucking rain check, dude?
So
Walmart gives you oil rain checks.
He has a case in this court for false advertising and deceptive business practices.
Right, because they did that on purpose.
What? I mean, no. I mean, they didn't do it on purpose, but he's
right. Well, that's what I mean. Yeah.
All right, when I get to he's a little touched in the head, man. Apparently, one of his friends told him that you could still get the chicken sandwich. So this man went, and it was still being advertised on television. So he went to one Popeyes, and they didn't have it there. We don't have it. I'm sorry. He went to another Popeyes. We don't have it there. I'm sorry. He went to another Popeyes, and he says that he ended up with $1,500 worth of damage to his rim and tire plus the mental anguish from the humiliation when all of his friends laughed at him from going to place looking for a chicken sandwich that they knew had been discontinued.
Oh my God.
So it started out as this kind of like a prank, and this guy, I don't know how big he is. I don't know what race he is. All I know is that this idiot went around looking for a sandwich.
What race you think he is? What's his name?
Oh yeah.
Craig.
Ooh, Craig Barr. Guess what race it is?
Dude, it could be any race.
Yeah, I don't know. Craig ain't, yeah, that's a good point.
Ice Cube was Craig and Friday,
Craig,
so he could be black
yeah,
Craig. There's white Craigs.
Craig David. All right, but either way, I don't know. It doesn't really matter. The whole point is that he's going to court. He's going to be representing himself.
Oh, that's going to go over well. Anytime any normal person represents himself.
Against Popeyes Incorporated.
Yeah, dude. You know they don't have any lawyers.
So, regardless, good luck to Craig,
sell
man.
that shit for like a Popeye sandwich. They're gonna be like, "Listen, we'll give you one free sandwich if you just drop the case." He'll be like, "All right, sign away his rights.
Yeah,
give you a free one for a week."
I don't even think they'll do that. They'll probably be like, "This guy's an idiot."
Of course.
How are we responsible for this guy's rim and tire damage on his vehicle?
Oh, Jesus. Well, I got a lot of quick hits, man, so I will,
Well, give me one or two, man, and then I can get into my last story.
All right,
cool. The last one I have is one of the best ones.
Awesome. Have you ever had a bank error in your favor? Like, you ever, like, wake up and your account had, like, an extra couple $100 or a weird deposit or whatever?
I know this story. No, I've definitely woken up to all of my money being gone before.
I've not experienced that. How does that feel?
It sucked.
I would guess.
Identity theft right around Christmas. Couldn't even buy presents from my mom.
Goddamn hackers.
Bought a bunch of iTunes gift cards with my shit, you son of a bitch. I got the money back, though.
How long did it take?
Fun fact, 2 weeks.
Bitches.
Yeah, man, I was on the fucking McDouble diet, man.
Ramen noodles.
I was like, I got $20 for the next week until they get this shit
just
figured
the cash you had in your wallet. That's it.
Basically.
I'm walking to work. I'm eating ramen. All right. A couple in Pennsylvania, Robert and Tiffany Williams.
Oh, yeah.
They woke up, had $120,000 extra dollars in their account.
By the way, they're 100% black. I've seen this.
Oh, are they black?
They're
Oh.
100%.
So as any normal person would do, they don't call the bank and just spend the shit out of that money. Took them 2.5 weeks, which obviously is kind of long to spend $120K. They bought a camper, a Chevy, and a race car.
Are
you sure they're black?
They bought an SUV.
It said, the article said camper, Chevy, a Chevy Suburban.
A Chevy, yeah.
And a race car.
I don't know about a race car.
I don't know, dude. That sounds like some hillbilly shit. Buying a race car, a camper, and a Chevy. Well, I guess they buy a Ford.
What kind of race car, camper, and Chevy are you going to get for $150,000?
The kind of hillbilly would buy, dude.
You have to go to fucking JD Byrider.
Oh, dude, they're charging you triple at JD, dude.
Yeah, you get it financed.
Yeah, right? They have $100K and they're financing shit. And they gave $15,000 to friends. Look at those kind-hearted souls. Almost
nice
10%.
Good job.
7.5% to friends.
That's beautiful. I would do that,
If I got $120K, I'd give you 7.5%.
So, but they didn't tell the bank that this happened.
No. And oddly enough, 2.5 weeks later, the bank goes, "Hey, where's our $120K?" They're like, "Oh, I don't know."
Yeah, we accidentally put $250,000 into your account.
We accidentally bought a race car.
Yeah.
We were going to buy it, and all of a sudden. So they offered to go on a payment plan, which normally I think that would be sufficient. Like, the bank would be like,
sufficient? I mean, who the fuck makes $150,000?
No, dude, but like, okay, if you spent money that wasn't yours and they came back after you, and you were like, I'll go on, the bank would probably, it was the bank error. They were stupid for spending it, but I figured they'd be like, okay, payment plan, you're paying it back regardless.
Jonas, that money is insured.
Right.
So?
They already got their money.
They already have the money. So what do they need the money for?
Because now they stole.
They didn't steal. It was given to them.
Ooh, there's the white line. Or the
what
gray
are you
line.
talking?
Right. So now they're facing, they said they would do that. Then they ceased all communication. Said, fuck your couch.
Yeah, they ghosted them.
Yeah. Just like a Tinder date. Now they're facing 3 felonies: theft,
Oh, my
receiving
God.
stolen property.
How is that theft?
Because
It wasn't stolen.
Because you know what this proves?
What?
If you run away from your problems, they just disappear.
Basically. Jonas, fuck that shit. That's not stealing.
All right.
It was given to them by the universe
Well, you
and
know
by
the
that.
bank gifts money all the time.
Yo, Joe, look, Joe, here, listen, hear this out.
Okay, I'm listening, dude.
If I take $20 out of your wallet
Yes.
and then I go next door and I give it to the neighbor because you said, "Hey, could you go give you?" Okay, here even better.
Can we work on an arrangement with the neighbors?
You're like, "Hey, go give Tiffany next door this $20," and I go next door. I say, I take your money and I
The
go.
bank didn't say that. The bank didn't say give them this money.
Let me finish.
All right, Tiffany.
You say, go give Tiffany $20. I'm like, no, I take your $20 and I go give it to David. Are you going to go up to David and be like, David, give me my $20 back? Or are you going to come to me and be like, Dynamite, where's my $20? Well, I gave it to David. I'm going to need you to get me my $20 back, Dynamite. You're not going to go to David, are you?
We just proved your point that the people who had the money were at fault.
No, I'm saying
they aren't going to the race car company. They're going to the people who spent the money on the race car.
No, I'm saying go to that bank teller and fucking charge.
You were just throwing shit at.
The one who put the money in the thing. She missed their account number by one number, and it ended up into a different account.
I'll tell you what, folks. If you wake up and any money's in your bank that you didn't put there, call the fucking
What
bank.
would you do?
Me? I'd call the fucking bank.
Immediately?
Yes. Because
Like
I know they're
that
coming
day.
for it.
That day.
Why would I? It doesn't matter if it took them 10 years to find out. They're coming for that money,
Jonas,
dude.
I don't know if I'm going to call a bank and tell them about it. I'll probably wait like a couple years.
For
Like
what?
a year or
It
so.
only took them less than 3 weeks to figure it out.
Well, good. It should take them less.
So you're just going to hang out with the money for no reason?
What do you mean? Yeah. I'm going to look at
Put it in an interest-bearing account.
Yeah, yo, in a year, dude, I'm just going to consider that a blessing from God. Why am I the one?
You do whatever you want, man. When you get that money, when they come and arrest you, you better pay your crazy town compound rent.
That is the mistake that they have to make. That money's insured. They need to be more careful with their money. How's throwing around $150,000 like that?
The bank, BB&C. Sounds like a porno.
Jonas, this was your opportunity to get some hot takes off because that shit is stealing. I was trying to let you go, but yeah, you didn't. No, you lost it. We
What was I got a hot take on?
We had a good chance to have a good debate, man. You're just like, you do whatever you want,
We
dude.
had a great debate. Oh.
You debated harder next time.
I'll make it as hard as possible for you.
Anyway, yeah, please just
Things to never say out
call
loud.
a fucking bank, dude. What the fuck? That's ridiculous. Anyway, I try to bring the tit for tat,
the devil's advocate side.
the yin for yang.
We do that.
But Jonas, you snooze, you lose. Did you know that?
I heard if you don't use it, you lose it.
Yeah, you snooze, you lose. Jonas, that means if you're sleeping on the job, you never know what's gonna happen.
Yeah. Oh, like in Epstein's prison cell?
Oh my God. Well, no.
Because those guys were sleeping on the job.
No, that was the Illuminati.
Oh!
So
What was Jay-Z doing in that prison?
No, he was not there. He's working on it, but
Yeah.
he ain't there yet.
Yeah.
No, I'm talking about in Fairlawn. I'm talking about in Hamilton Township, Jonas. This is a New Jersey, Florida.
Okay.
Yeah,
I've been there.
Yeah, Florida's the New Jersey, or
Pencil-
no, New Jersey is the Florida of New York. Gotcha.
Oh, I got you. So it's like Pennsylvania's brother.
Yeah, a little bit.
Tala, Jersey, Florida.
Yeah, a little Kentucky, Idaho-ish kind of.
Kentucky-ho? Yeah, I've been there.
I love Kentuckin hoes. Kentuckin.
Kentucky. I mean, people from Kentucky are Kentuckans.
Are they Kentuckins?
I would sure as fuck go by that. I'm Kentuckin bitches all day.
I'm super jealous of that because Ohioans is lame. Anyway,
Yeah, it is.
there was an elderly woman. She had a long day, Jonas. Probably doing elderly woman stuff like buying calcium pills and visiting random pharmacies around.
Breaking her brittle bones.
Yeah, getting a denture, polydent.
Wrapping her hair up in curlers.
Yeah, getting comfortable shoes.
Rubbing her varicose veins.
applying creams to various parts of her body.
Watching
that hurt.
Wheel of Fortune.
Oh my God, Jones, are you getting turned on? No, not happening for you.
Yeah, they were sitting at a table. You know what I
A
mean?
little half-mast. All right, so this woman was 80 years old. She's unidentified, but she had had a long day. She drove back to her home and didn't even have the energy to get out of her vehicle.
Oh, poor
she
lady.
fell asleep. It was like
In her car?
yeah,
Okay.
but it was in her driveway. Not a big deal.
I somebody I knew had that happen to before.
Yeah,
They weren't old.
That's funny that you should mention that. She didn't have this shit happen to her. So she parked in her driveway. It was around 9 p.m., and that's well past 80-year-old bedtime.
Yeah.
And when she woke up at 4 a.m., she woke up on the ground in her parking lot or in her driveway, and there was no car.
So somebody pulled her out of the car and stole it? I thought you were going to say they like sexually assaulted her. That's way worse.
Oh, my God, Jonas.
I mean, yeah, dude, that's
I just
awesome.
made the whole "are you getting turned on" jokey thing. I want to say
Well,
something.
good thing you told me that they
No.
need to lock the doors. She didn't lock the damn doors, dude.
Jonas, we're not going to talk about old lady rape
Nope.
on the podcast.
Nope.
Never.
Never
okay?
one time will
Never
that come
gonna
out of my
happen.
mouth.
Never.
There's no rape jokes.
Either
here.
way, especially not with the elderly.
Right.
Either way, she woke up and she had a bruise on her face and like a scratch.
They punched her too?
I don't know if they
Oh, my
punched her.
God.
She's 80 years old. She probably has like paper thin skin and
Oh,
shit.
wax paper skin
And I
syndrome.
imagine like
got
moving
that.
her out of the car. But
Yeah.
they found the car. It was about 15 minutes away. No one was arrested. But how deep of a fucking sleeper do you gotta be
Bro, that right?
for somebody to say, "Oh, you're asleep in your car," pick you up, set you on the ground, drive off,
Yeah.
and then you wake up?
Dude, if I was sleeping in a car when they opened the damn door, I'd probably wake up.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well,
yeah.
you're not. We're not 80 years old either.
I don't know. Let me
the
ask my
point-
grandma what she would do. She's
Does
80.
what time does she go to bed?
One of them stays up real late. The other one, they're in bed early. But they get up at like 3:30 or some shit.
Yeah, she woke up at 4 a.m. I'm sure that was probably her normal wake up.
I know, right?
That was the old circadians working right there.
Yeah,
It's
dude.
like, go to bed at 9, wake up at 4. I'm like, what?
I have trouble going to bed before 1.
Yeah, I do too at times.
Like, it's almost, I can't. No matter what, I could stay up till like 3:30, get up at 6, and I'm still up till like 1 o'clock in the morning the next day.
Yeah. Like
My circadium is zirconium.
I work night shift for so long that it is still hard for me to wake up in the morning and not go to bed at like 5 o'clock. When I don't have to work, I'll be up until like 4 o'clock easy.
Yeah, and then you
Yeah.
will take like a nap at like
Yeah.
5 p.m.
Oh, yeah, I'll definitely sleep in the middle of the day.
All right, so let's see. How much time we got left?
Poor
All right.
lady.
Okay. I'm going to run some quick hits. Wow.
Sorry, I meant for that
That's
to go
cool.
towards the camera.
Have you ever tried to fast before?
Yes, no, it's cleansing. It's very cathartic and spiritual.
Yeah, dude. How long is the longest you've ever fasted?
A day.
Whew. Wow.
What the hell? I still had a fucking spiritual moment there,
Dude,
Jonas.
dude, you fast like 18 hours a day, don't you?
Oh, yeah, with the intermittent, but I mean, like, actually not eating
True
anything
true
and
fasting.
just yeah, like
I mean,
true
it's still
fasting.
fasting. I mean, I fast
Yeah.
16 hours a day, probably.
Yeah. I figure like I did like some church fasting shit where we didn't eat for a day and all we drank was like water or like fruit juice and stuff like that. And that was cool.
So that still has calories, but pastor in South Africa. His name is Alfred Ndlovu. Ndlovu. However the fuck you say that.
Love.
He had a U at the end. He decided
Love.
he was a 44-year-old pastor.
Yeah.
He decided he wanted to tie or break Jesus' record for fasting.
What was Jesus' record for fasting, John?
I guess it was 40 days and 40 nights.
No, that sounds about right. I thought that way. No, that was the Moses thing.
I don't know.
No, that was Noah on the boat, dude.
Well, it said he was trying to beat Jesus.
Did you just make 40 days and 40 nights?
No,
up?
it said that in the article.
Oh, okay. Maybe.
I don't know, dude.
Maybe.
Beating Jesus sounds kind of fucked up too. But anyways,
I'm pretty sure that you would die if
Well-
you tried to go 40 days.
well,
40 nights.
he did. 30 days in,
He starved himself to death.
he went out. He went out and prayed by the bush because I guess that's what Jesus did before he started this. Then he went out into the wilderness all by himself.
What?
30 days in, they found him dead of malnutrition, no sign of foul play at all, no prior health problems. He just literally starved to death trying to beat Jesus.
Wow.
Yeah, so he was smart.
I mean, that's got to be painful.
Oh, yeah, and he was doing it for the Lord, man.
That's got to be painful.
Yeah, dude.
Like, to actually starve yourself to death on purpose?
Right, dude. Because he was like, God, I could just eat this grass and be okay. He's like, no, I'm good.
Why wouldn't you just, was he taking a multivitamin?
You just get, he would have osteoporosis.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Something.
I don't know.
Get this man a Gatorade.
Have you heard of number neighbors?
He needs some milk.
He needs some milk. Have you heard of number neighbors? It was a trend sweeping the internet.
Is that number munchers for
No.
DOS?
For DOS. Number munchers. Holy shit. No one listening to this knows what the fuck that is.
You might know what number munchers is.
No one listening to this knows what DOS is.
I don't know. I figure if they know what Oregon Trail is, they know what number.
Oh, dude.
Because those things went hand in hand.
Yeah, he died in dysentery. So basically, what number neighbors are, it was a thing sweeping the internet. People were texting your phone number with one number up and one number down.
Oh, yeah, the number neighbors.
So number neighbors.
Yeah.
So when I was traveling this last week, I had a layover at the Tennessee airport. So guess what I did? I texted my number neighbors.
Did you really?
I did.
Dude, you were
Both of them replied.
And what'd they say?
I just said, hey, number neighbor. Hope you're having a good day. Later. And they were like, both of them replied back similarly things that just said, you too. Thanks for reaching out. You have a great day too. And I tried to keep the conversation going because I was bored as hell.
You did,
and
weirdo.
And neither one.
I ain't gonna talk to you.
Neither one of them replied the second time.
Absolutely not.
But I was surprised that either replied and they both did.
I wouldn't be. If somebody hit me with that shit, I would hit them with a yeah, have a good one, fam. But we ain't gonna start like a buddy system.
Yeah, well, I was just bored at the airport at a layover. I was like, let's see. I was in my head. I was like, let's see how far I can get this to go, because then I can talk about it on the podcast. But it's very
okay.
Because I was gonna start getting weird with it. Like if they got, I was like, oh hey, I'm traveling back to Ohio. I don't live there anymore. How are you? I'm in Nashville. How are you doing? And they were just like nothing. I was gonna be like, oh man, do you live in Zanesville? I didn't get
my
it.
number neighbor better stay the fuck away from my house.
Second quick hit. Vinyl records have outsold CDs for the first time since 1986.
I heard about this.
I told you. Yeah, I mean, streaming is still king. But I guess vinyl sales have been on the rise and CDs have been like stagnant and declining slowly.
Yeah.
But vinyl have been raising in sales quicker than CDs have been declining.
This is just the nostalgia factor of the vinyl. Because
vinyl has a unique sound, man.
It was one of the first mediums that we accepted music through, and that was massively distributed. So,
yeah, it was cool.
It's pretty cool, and CDs are trash.
Yeah, they are very much so. Another thing.
Get a record player for your Mazda.
A new study says that basically, for health purposes, if you're going to go eat fast food, you might as well just get 2 burgers instead of a burger and fries because it's better for you.
Right? Thank you.
The example it gave was at McDonald's, a burger, like a plain cheeseburger, has 250 calories.
Yep.
8 grams of fat, 13 grams of protein. And then a regular fry has 230 calories. It's only 20 calories less. But it has 11 grams of fat and 3 grams of protein. So if you want to stay full longer, get them 2 damn burgers.
The McDouble diet. It works.
This is the single. Get that double. Get 3 double quarter pounders a day. Eat those. You're gonna lose a lot of weight. It's healthy.
Now this is the thing, Jonas. They're talking about a person walking in. I'll have 1 hamburger, no cheese, no mayo, nothing, and 1 small fry. Nobody eats that shit. I want a freaking Baconator,
dude. If you ate that from McDonald's, you literally would be hungry 10 minutes later.
Exactly.
Like, not only is it not a lot of food, their food just literally just disappears in your stomach.
2 Happy Meal cheeseburgers, dude. It just turns into arsenic in your stomach.
Well, you seen that video where like they unwrapped the 5-year-old McDonald's and it looked exactly the same. I was like, oh. hell? It wasn't even moldy. It was like mold was even like, I'm good.
Quick question: have you ever had a refrigerated McDonald's hamburger?
I mean, sure, in my life I have. We told that story about the prison guard who took a bite out of his sandwich.
I mean, that was a chicken sandwich. I'm talking about just like a hamburger, like a Happy Meal hamburger. Somebody put in the refrigerator.
Yeah, I mean, as a kid, yeah.
Oh, Jonas,
Dude, it's bad.
It's the worst thing ever.
The bun turns into like, and like the cheese turn it like it does.
Turn into? You didn't finish.
I don't even know what it would be.
It like sticks to it, and you can like peel it off. It turns into like styrofoam.
Yeah, dude, it like leaves a layer of like
a layer of bun.
For all of you guys out there who've never done this, go spend the $1 on a McDonald's cheeseburger.
God.
Put it in your refrigerator immediately, and then later just experiment with it. Just play with it. See what happens.
This is a warning. Do not do that. The bun gets all weird. The patty
The
gets...
cheese, dude, you can like break the cheese off, dude. It's so gross. Dude, you guys gotta try it for real. It's only $1, right?
Everybody's
Don't eat it. Don't eat it.
No, eat it.
Okay. All right, we're out of time, but I'm going to give one more. It's actually a palate cleanser.
Oh, what he got, Jonas?
Bang Bros, the porno company.
Yeah, what'd they do?
They
Did
decided.
They invited you out to the Moonlight Bunny Ranch?
No.
Playboy Mansion?
They purchased a porn star doxing site.
Oh, yeah.
Just to take the hard drives and set them on fire.
Yeah, I saw that.
So it was porn WikiLeaks. They had a bunch of porn star information of like their names, addresses, their real names, not their stage
family information,
names, families, and it was like a hate forum, almost similar to like 4chan or something. It was like it said it was like over 300,000 entries or something on this. It was all just talking shit about porn stars. And so Bang Bros went and bought the site, got the hard drives from the server, and set them on fire. They also made sure to cleanse all history of the Wayback Machine and the Internet Archives, so there is no history of the site, period.
They destroyed it.
Fucking good guy Bang Bros, dude. They've destroyed a lot of lives, and here they saved a lot of lives.
I was like, do you not realize that they are the vehicle that destroyed the lives in the first place?
Absolutely, man. So it was, they tried to be, maybe they felt bad for ruining all those lives.
Yeah, for ruining all those fine young women with daddy issues.
Yeah, right. So that is it. That is all the time we have for today's episode. I know you're sorry, because I am too. Please make sure to like, share, subscribe, all of our places. Twitch.tv/Crazy Town Media Live. Our YouTube channel, Crazy Town Media. Spotify, iTunes. Leave us a review. Tell me what you hate about the show. For Jonas.
And TNT Dynamite.
We are...